Seriously, 10 days? Scaramucci's out after just 10 days? We don't even have time to hit the intro yet. This is so ridiculous. Get it together. Come on, guys. This is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, White House edition. Let's just get right into it. Here are things that last longer than 10 days. Carton of milk. The eggs I've had in my refrigerator for like 2 weeks, and they don't float yet, so they're good. Loaves of bread. Most of my awful relationships that end, they at least get me 3 weeks. It's like 21 days. That's not too bad. Let's see. This show has lasted longer. This show has lasted longer than a communications director at the White House. That is fruit. I think the Room was in movie theaters for longer than that. This is depressing, and it's crazy. Put your comments below. Start the show.
On tonight's No Things Considered, Scaramucci, seriously? He's gone before we even learned how to spell his name. Maxine Waters wants her time back, and Tomi doesn't understand Obamacare. And now here's your host, Tim Young.
Welcome to No Things Considered. My name is Tim Young, and I wore a green shirt today, so I had to wear the backup Daily Caller shirt from the closet down the hallway. It smells fantastic. Let's get into all the news over the weekend. Reince Priebus is out at the White House. And I think a lot of people kind of saw this coming. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But in particular, Michael Steele, former chairman of the RNC, who was ousted by Priebus, said this earlier today. Put this up on full screen. Karma's a bitch. Wow. I'm really glad that 50-year-old men live in a middle school type environment where they go and whine about each other professionally. Grow up, guys. Come on. The new chief of staff. My brain's going already.
Chief of Staff John Kelly.
I got it. The new Chief of Staff, General John Kelly, has been sworn into office, and so far no complaints. But it's only been 2 hours, so wait for the mainstream media to leak something. Probably what do you think? Friday, 6:30. Before that, probably Tuesday. They'll have some sort of leak by then. Talking about people who want to entertain people, Sean Spicer is apparently shopping around looking for his next job at ABC or Fox are two of the people who are potentially bidding. And I believe that ABC deal would, of course, include him going on Dancing with the Stars. My God, wouldn't that be a great time for everybody to see? Sean Spicer. No, it wouldn't be a great time. You're right. That's a terrible idea. In other TV news as well, Megyn Kelly is taking off for the rest of the summer. It was almost as if she didn't even have a show for the beginning of the summer. Or maybe we were busy watching Nick at Night and cartoon reruns instead of her show. I don't know. Not looking good. She's apparently going to get shifted to the Today Show starting on September 25th. That's really weird to me because I thought that she was supposed to have her own show and not be a part of the Today Show. So it seems like they're trying to fit her in on that network because it's not working too well. By the way, comment, guys, yes or no, whether or not you have actually watched one of Megyn Kelly's shows. I have not. No one here has, other than the interns we forced to watch segments on it. So if you have, comment below and tell us if you liked it or not. I don't think a lot of people are connecting with Megyn Kelly there. Her whole gimmick was being a Republican that bashed Democrats and Donald Trump on Fox News. That doesn't translate well to a generic nightly news show. It just doesn't make sense, actually. But hey, we wish her the best. That takes us to something a little bit more entertaining than Megyn Kelly. Actually, a whole hell of a lot more entertaining than Megyn Kelly. It's Maxine Waters' world. 1, 2, 3, 4! Last week in a hearing, Maxine went off on Secretary Steve Mnuchin of the Treasury, and, well, it was... I wish I could get my time back.
And that I would have
reclaiming my time. What he failed to tell you was when you're on my time, I can reclaim it. He left that out, so I'm reclaiming my time, please.
You ever feel like somebody just learned a new term in Congress is really proud to show it off? That's what this is starting to feel like. Keeps going.
I was going to tell you my response.
Just tell me.
Okay. So first of all, okay, let me just say that the Department of Treasury has cooperated extensively with the Senate Intel Committee, with the House
reclaiming
Intel
my
Committee,
time,
with the
reclaiming
Senate
my time,
Judiciary
reclaiming
Committee.
my time,
Okay.
reclaiming
Matter of
my
fact,
time.
Mr. Secretary,
Guys, I learned a new term today, and it's reclaiming my time. And I'm going to say it a lot, because I know what it means now. Could you imagine, by the way, if a Republican would have done that to one of the Democrats appointed under Obama? That wouldn't have gone over too well. But reclaiming my time.
And we are trying to coordinate with you the response, and we've suggested that you get the information through the other committees. But I would like to emphasize we believe we've been very responsive.
Reclaiming my time.
And will continue to do so.
Thank you very much. You left a message yesterday, or someone on staff left a message.
No, we didn't leave a message.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Counsel.
Reclaiming my time. You did not respond. You left a message. Let us keep going.
Hey, did you go get the popcorn earlier? Reclaiming my time! Reclaiming my time! Reclaiming my time! Reclaiming my time! Hey, how's the camera angle look? Reclaiming my time! Reclaiming my time! Don't you... Reclaiming my time! I do not look like I have love handles in this t-shirt. Reclaiming my time! Reclaiming my time. Now, the ladies over at The View, they watched this clip, and with their third grade understanding of civics, reacted this way.
Perhaps, Mr. Chairman, I don't understand the rules because I thought I was allowed to answer questions.
Reclaiming my time.
They don't even know why they're laughing. They're just laughing because Maxine Waters yelled at a Trump administration official. That's it. That's the only reason they're laughing. Because then they went on, not a minute later, to dance to the remix of it. I'm not making this up. I think America is reclaiming their time. That was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Speaking of pathetic, our friend over at CNN, Wolf Blitzer, who, by the way, his beard hides his age. He's actually 3,000 years old right now. The man doesn't age. He's like Betty White. You know, she doesn't age because she's been old for the past 100 years. Everybody loves Betty White. I know. That's fine. Here he is explaining why the sources of another CNN host suck.
All I know is, you're only as good as your sources, and you have a source that tells you that Reince Priebus will be gone, and then you have a good source that tells you that's not the case.
And then sometimes you have a source that says Donald Trump made hookers pee on a bed, but hey, that didn't turn out well either, did it? Keep going.
Well, clearly the sources that were pushing you away are not good sources.
It's bad when Wolf is knocking CNN's own sources. That's kind of bad, right? That's like not a... You guys need to get on the same page. You guys say that the Trump administration's fighting with itself. I think that you guys are fighting with yourselves if you're saying your sources suck. Just FYI. Keeps going.
So you got to be careful with those sources down the road. Either they don't know what they're talking about, or they're lying.
Well,
so those sources presumably will go away.
They either don't know what they're talking about or they're lying. But hey, maybe you should question all of the sources that come in with information from the Trump administration then, right? That's kind of one of those things instead of just running with the story on 6:30 on a Friday night. No. By the way, who was the chick on the corner there? Well, nobody knows. And then on Good Morning America, an analyst came on to say, well, Donald Trump is not a Republican. He's just all about Donald Trump.
This is not a Republican convention. This is a Trump convention. Now we have a Trump White House. It is going to be heavily New York, heavily his administration. He loves what he calls my generals. But it is not Republicans. These are not people who have been in the party, have been working in the vineyards for years, have helped elect the people who are in Congress.
I thought Tales from the Crypt was canceled. It's crazy. Why would you reboot that in the morning to scare kids before they go to school? Scared Straight. It's a Scared Straight program. Good work. Good Morning America. Anyway, last week Donald Trump took on the MS-13 gangs. He said he's going to up the battle against them with the federal government. They've plagued America with drugs and violent crime for a very long time. But according to an analyst on ABC's This Week, well, Donald Trump's just a bully for doing that.
Donald Trump has a bizarre view of what it means to be a strong person. A bizarre view of what it means to be a strong person in this society, especially a strong man.
He's bizarre. He's a bizarre man. He's got a bizarre way of dealing with crime. He's bizarre. What's that bizarre way? Oh, it's by telling the criminals he's going to hunt them down. Next clip.
His idea of a strong person is bullying people. His idea of a strong police officer is mistreating people that they apprehend. And so to me, it's a much broader sense. He has somehow been launched himself back in the 13th century about what he views as a strong person.
Did you catch, by the way, that the conversation went from him going after MS-13 gangs to he's responsible for all of the Black Lives Matter issues and police brutality in the country? I love the connection there. You see how they just went from A to F very quickly? Just absolutely ridiculous. So how dare Donald Trump threaten to hunt down and extinguish one of the most violent gangs that brings a lot of drugs into America? Well, it's tough. Maybe if he just went and shook their hands and just talked it out, maybe played a game of ping pong to see who could stay in America. Who knows? How would you do it? In other news, my hero of the weekend was Governor Chris Christie, who was able to not only take on a heckler, but watch how he handles this container of nachos to make sure that nothing spills anywhere and that they are left in their glorious, glorious condition.
You're a big shot. Appreciate that.
Now look, I'm gonna use this as an example for you. Here's the Rachel Maddow doll, and he held those nachos like a baby. And he leaned in. This is critical, guys, and I want you to watch at home when you want to protect. We're going to play this again in a second. But when you protect your nachos to yell at a heckler, what you got to do is hold it in under the top fold and bend over to then get in the person's face, but keep a good football grip on them because you don't want any nachos or cheese spilling anywhere. That's a hero. My hero of the weekend. Governor Chris Christie for protecting those nachos. Somebody who wasn't a hero this weekend was Tomi Lahren when she went up against Chelsea Handler. Let me tell you this. Chelsea Handler is a very, very intelligent woman. She's a very successful woman. Tomi Lahren was given a TV show. So that's my opinion to start with. Chelsea's, in the middle of this debate, actually made a really good point about trans people serving in the military, where Tomi Lahren reads the talking point that trans people are a distraction. Chelsea Handler says, listen, if somebody wants to defend this country and defend our rights to do whatever we want, who cares? That's kind of where I land. She also made the point that trans people and their surgeries only cost America about $4 to $5 million a year, which is the equivalent of Donald Trump not traveling to play golf for 2 weekends. Hate to tell you this, you guys might disagree with her, but it is kind of logical. Run the clip.
Well, what about if Donald Trump just stayed home for 2 weekends? I mean, we could pay for it with that money.
You gotta weigh the burden there, and sometimes people on the other side that don't agree with you make logical points. You can't say that those surgeries are such a burden when traveling to play golf for 2 weekends costs more than what it would cost to take care of them. And remember, they are protecting us. But that's not the point of this segment. The point of this segment is to point out that Tomi Lahren admitted she's on her parents' health insurance, and we'll get to why that's important after you watch.
I think that the free marketplace was better. Okay, so do you have a health care plan or no? Well, luckily I'm 24, so I am still on my parents. And
that brings me to 2 points on Tomi Lahren. One is that she likes to rail against people taking advantage of a system and, shorting other people money and making healthcare costs go up. And her being on her parents' healthcare plan when she's pretty much a millionaire is taking advantage of the system when she could pay for it herself. Now, you may have a differing opinion on that, and if you do, if you want to fight with me here, you can put your arguments in the chat below. The other problem with that is that, well, she doesn't like Obamacare, Tomi, and she said repeal it, repeal it, repeal it, it's awful, it's terrible for America, but she wouldn't still be on her parents' health care plan at 24 if it wasn't for the Affordable Care Act. In fact, you still have to be in college and 24 to receive those health care benefits before then, which is interesting because, again, this just seems like Tomi Lahren spouts talking points and doesn't know exactly what she's talking about. Now, with that in mind, we thought about it this week, and I'd like to offer an open challenge. I don't think that Tomi Lahren knows what she's talking about. In fact, I'm pretty certain she has no clue what she's talking about most of the time. So this is the Open Intern Debate Challenge. So here's the deal. I think that she's taking up someone else's place. I think she's taking up another conservative woman's place that actually knows what they're talking about. So what we're going to do is open a challenge up to Tomi Lahren to come and debate any one of our female interns. And I'm talking interns, not staff, not accomplished writers, interns. Any intern that wants to participate, they don't know about this yet. We're going to put their names on a wheel. We're going to spin the wheel. And if she wants to come and debate them, it'll be any one of them at random, because I think that they're much more qualified to be in a talking position like Tomi Lahren is than Tomi Lahren is herself. Otherwise, she would have known about that little Obamacare snafu that she's been living off of for a few years. So, there's your open challenge. Tomi, come debate any one of our interns at random. You won't, because it doesn't pay. But you should, just to see if you can hang. Next topic. My friends at White Coat Waste have been trying to stop taxpayer-funded animal testing. Now, a lot of you think, when you think about animal testing, you say, oh, this must be rats, this must be mice. No, it's adorable dogs like this. And they had a huge success last week. They actually got the Department of Veteran Affairs, who had been running dog tests on dogs just like that. That's Violet, by the way. For over 4 decades, and they've accomplished nothing with that research. They've learned absolutely nothing. There's been no results of anything positive that have come out of it. So, in literally 2 weeks, they organized and they had a bill passed in Congress to defund this and stop wasting taxpayer money at the VA for dog testing. That's how you get things done. That's incredible. Congratulations to our friends at White Coat Waste. Because look at that dog. Look at that face. That was actually a dog that was tested on, by the way. Is now my friend's little baby. Anyway, finally tonight, Starbucks has made a new coffee that has a hunk of meat in it. We are right in the middle of first world problems, people. That is a first world awful issue. And if you're drinking that, there's something absolutely wrong with you. You want to go get one, by the way, down the street right now? No? Everyone says no in the studio right now. It is awful. Anyway, that's it for tonight. No Things Considered. We're here every night of the week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more breaking news, scroll down below on the fantastic Daily Caller Facebook page. Also go to dailycaller.com, dailycallernewsfoundation.org. Click the like button, click the happy button, click the share button, click the heart button. That's it. My birthday's Thursday. You guys getting anything? No? That's it. Thanks.